January 22, 2026. Today is the birthday of Venetia's Donald Jer. Turns 4 today. That's my son, anyway. So he's somewhere far off. Also, Musa Kone, one of our ardent followers, I've seen on Facebook that today is his birthday. The agricultural man. At 5 p.m., we will take some time. Bommy seems to be on some kind of how do you call it? Topsy-turvy of political topsy-turvy. Yeah. Back and forth on social media. Senator Edwin Melvin Snow delivered his report. We have that report. We will have him here. Usually when we invite him, we talk national issues, international matters, ECOWAS and all of that. We just talk a little bit, but today we are focusing on bombing county. There are too many questions to ask him, too many concerns coming from different quarters. We delve into his report. We ask him the different things that we've heard about him in bombing. So for you, the bombing people, one of your senators will be here. We'll endeavor to also bring Senator Tyler. I'll try next week and see if we can make it. So that's at 5 p.m. 4 o'clock is Forest Tower.
This is the conclusion. No chance, no hope for those who can.
Before that, we promised you the Global Hunger Index. We'll read it. Liberia's ranking on the Global Hunger Index. Are we a hungry nation or not? Indeed, welcome to it. The OK conversation is here. We will also go a little deeper again into the WSC 2021 to 2023 audit report. We're reading it is from the past administration. When they bring report on the current administration, we say, oh, why you always reading? When they Oregon, negative, but no. Anyone out there, we read it. We enlighten you, the public. But for me, I really do think LCC needs to step into that report. Yeah, very important. Don't ever try to throw stones when you're living in a glass house. This is where we go next. Some presidential appointments as well. You know, at the time it came up, for some reason I was so tired last night, sleep carried me soon, and all that stuff. But, you know, I've been following Liberian stuff mainly, you know, Ellen, we are, and all that stuff. I have never seen an appointment where they explaining the significance of the appointment. Why that job? They can just say President Boakai has appointed Augustine Gafuan as Minister of Finance. In fact, President Boakai has named the following persons to serve in different roles. Minister of Finance, Augustine Gafuan. Minister of Public Works, Roland Giddings. But they one where they got to explain LRRC, explain. The executive manager just explaining. Why are they explaining? We were here for you too. Executive manager just explaining. Why? After the Seneco Bangalore to what are they planning? LRRC. Then they just explaining about LRRC, why the entity is a to do entity and all that stuff. But what? Tell us where you're watching from, where you're following from, and you will be through. We could give you a mention, you know. Yeah. What's going on? Yep. Ugandan police have detained a lawmaker and close ally of opposition leader Bobby Wine for his alleged role in election-related violence last week. Mwanga Kivumbi, a deputy leader of Wine's National Unity Platform (NUP), is accused of organizing attacks on a police station and a vote tallying center after their electoral loss, which the party denies. The police have said that 7 people were killed in the incident, but the politician has given a different account, saying that 10 people were killed at his home as they waited for parliamentary election results. Military authorities in coup-prone Guinea-Bissau have scheduled presidential and legislative elections for 6 December, despite calls for a swifter transition to civilian rule. Transitional President Horta Ntam signed a decree on Wednesday after meeting members of the National Transitional Council, military and government officials, as well as representatives of the Electoral Commission. He told reporters the conditions for free and fair elections had been met. Seizing power from President Umaru Sissoco Embalo in November, Guinea-Bissau school leaders have been under pressure from the West African regional body ECOWAS to organize elections within a short transitional time frame. So that is that. Tell us where you're watching from, where you're following from. Let's take a very quick break with some of our sponsors here. We have a whole lot to run through, you know. So let's go. Let's take some of our sponsors right here, beginning with prime sponsors LRA.
Mama, who takes care of development in our country?
We all do, my baby. You see, every time we pay our taxes, we are taking care of our country, Mama Liberia. Taxes help provide clean water, safe communities, and jobs for our people. When you pay your tax, Liberia grows.
Be proud, be responsible. Pay your taxes for a better Liberia. Pay tax, we all enjoy.
We are brave. We are passionate.
Hey, Tanu, I need cash and there is no ATM around here.
Really? Did you try the EcoBank POS?
POS? I said I need cash. What is it about POS?
Judy, you can get your cash through the POS. All you need to do is to visit any EcoBank Express Point or petrol trade gas station and request to use the POS. Guess what? It can also take other bank cards.
Oh, widow. You mean cards from banks overseas too?
Yes, it should just be your Visa card.
Wow, great. So when there is no ATM around me, I will just use the POS to get my money fast. EcoBank has made it too easy, man. EcoBank and innovation that real 5 and 6 so.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Your favorite RLJ Kenneja Resort and Villas is new and improved with top-notch first-class services guaranteed to make you feel pampered and special as our royal guests. Ideally located on the RI Highway, a few minutes drive from the rehab junction, right in front of the Atlantic Ocean, you are assured of a peaceful, serene atmosphere of a home away from home. The ingredients for our Liberian meals are freshly picked from our garden to give you that unforgettable taste of Liberian cuisine. Our villas are designed and equipped to ensure every night spent with us is a memorable one. We are well positioned to host conferences and seminars of all sizes, as well as outdoor events like garden weddings and parties. Book your upcoming events and leave the rest for us to handle with 100% satisfaction guarantee. You can reach us on 0770 533 415 or email us at reservations@kendejaresort.com.lr. Visit our website on www.rljkendejaresort.com.lr. RLJ Kendeja Resort and Villas, for memories worth repeating.
Indeed, welcome. This is the OK Conversation on OKFM 99.5. Wherever you're listening, we say welcome to it. The Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation is pleased to announce the successful replacement of damaged sewer pipes on Benson Street, Central Monrovia, and customers in the area with valid registration will now be reconnected as our technical, sales, and marketing teams visit the community in the coming days. Property owners on Benson Street and nearby areas who are not yet connected to the sewer network are encouraged to visit our Front Street office Monday through Friday 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday 9 a.m. through 12 p.m. to complete their registration. AWS remains committed to providing reliable services and appreciates the cooperation and support of all customers. And this is signed by the management. The office of, this is from the Liberia Christian College, the Office of Admissions and Records of the Liberia Christian College LCC is excited to announce the registration for regular students, new students, readmission students, and transfer students. Registration dates: regular students registration is January 20 to February 20, 2026. Late registration is February 21 through 28, 2026, and classes start March 2, 2026. Tuition. So LCC offers a flat rate tuition of $200 per semester. Visit our 5th Street or Dixville campuses daily for your walk-in entrance. Entrance fee is only $10. The Liberia Christian College is accredited by the National Commission on Higher Education and is granted license to offer certificate, diploma, associate of arts, and bachelor degrees in the following programs: A. School of Business, Accounting and Finance, Procurement and Supply Chain, Human Resources Management, Project Management, Entrepreneurship and Innovation, Economics and Statistics, International Business and Marketing Management, Monitoring and Evaluation, Management of International Organizations. B. School of Science and Technology, Computer Networking, Data Science and Analytics, Management Information System Telecommunication, and 4. Fashion and Garment Design. C. School of Liberal Arts, Criminal Justice, Public Administration, Communication Arts. D. School of Education, Early Childhood Education, Primary Education, Secondary Education, Education Management and Supervision, Guidance and Counseling. E. School of Public Health and Environmental Science, Public Health, Environmental Science. F. School of Christian Education, Church Administration and Management, Pastoral Theology. And then School of Agriculture, General Agriculture, Agribusiness Management, Agri-Economics. And this is signed by the Office of Admission and Records of the Liberia Christian College. This one is from the Liberia Land Authority. To Vani Sharif, Director of Administration, Liberia Land Authority, from Samuel F. Bakio, Chairman, date February 26, 2025. Subject, transfer of personnel for reassignment. Well, it had an announcement or what? My people can be honest. We just this thing is they've given to me a money announcement. I know what that announcement is. But when I'm looking at announcement also, let me get a clarification, yeah? I beg you. Let me get a clarification. Okay. I don't think it is an announcement. I think I just want a document here. Okay, so yeah, so where are we? Let's start from executive mansion. Yeah. Let's go to the executive mansion very quickly. So yeah, yesterday the president visited former Vice President Joe Howard Taylor. She lost her son. We had, I think, a course together at AMEU when I was there. Yeah. Our condolences to her again, the bereaved family. So let's go to executive mansion. It says President Joseph Newman Boakai Sr. has taken a strategic decision to expand and reposition the Liberia Refugee Repatriation and Resettlement Commission to better respond to emerging national, regional, and global migration dynamics in support of Liberia's territorial integrity and national security framework. The President's action reflects a forward-looking effort to align the mandate of the LRRC with the increasing complexity of cross-border movements, refugee management, returnee reintegration, and broader migration trends affecting the Mano River region and the West African sub-region. Paragraph 3. In furtherance of this expanded mandate, President Boakai has appointed. So before coming, 2 paragraphs go and highlight the significance of this LRRC now, this new LRRC. In the 3rd paragraph now, so in furtherance of this expanded mandate, President Boakai has appointed Councillor Jericho Bangalu, former Minister of Youth and Sports, as Executive Director of the Liberia Refugee Repatriation and Resettlement Commission. His appointment is intended to strengthen operational leadership, enhance interagency coordination, and ensure the effective execution of the Commission's broadened responsibilities. Paragraph 4. The President notes that Liberia stands at a pivotal moment shaped by rising regional migration pressures and the growing challenge of managing porous borders in a changing global environment. These realities, the President emphasizes, require an institutional response that goes beyond traditional humanitarian coordination and contributes meaningfully to national preparedness, security planning, and migration management. Paragraph 5. Accordingly, the LRRC is being repositioned to play a more strategic role, including coordination on cross-border movements, engagement with relevant international and regional protocols, and contribution to Liberia's overall national security and migration management architecture. Paragraph 6. The President expresses appreciation to Councillor Bangalu for his dedicated service to the youth of Liberia and affirms full confidence that his legal acumen, administrative discipline, and public service experience will guide the LRRC effectively into this new phase of national responsibility. Is that when we're sending a man, we're not happy. So, you come from minister, you're attending cabinet meetings and all those kinds of things. And you've been a big place. Minister, they send you to LRRC. So they gotta make it fine. They gotta. It's like you want to make someone a janitor, But if I way, as a janitor, you do the one. You got to put some BB words that make it fun. So, but it is not a bad thing. LRRC, yeah. The refugee, Liberia Refugee Repatriation, blah 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 commission. Yeah. So, all the explanation here we see it before. In another development, President Barker has nominated Attorney Cornelia W. Cra as Minister of Youth and Sports. Fini, they ain't talk anything about youth and sports. Oh, the youth is important. And the sports and all those kinds of stuff. They move the country forward. They ain't talk nothing. They just say in one line. In another line, additionally, Honorable Jackson Pay has been appointed as member of the Board of Directors of the Liberia Civil Aviation Authority. Fini, the Honorable had 2 lines, 1 each. But 6 paragraphs. Congratulations to all those who were appointed. Do your best for your country. Yeah. I'm seeing back and forth over. What am I? I'm not going to play the place that your business. Why must you be reading with passion? Yeah, you know. Yep. 6 paragraphs. Okay, that war record. Okay, that's okay. We go to where else? The LWSC audit 2021 to 2023. We continue. We started with it yesterday, and we'll continue just where we ended. That's where we are going. Just where we ended. This is the OK conversation on OKFM 99.5. Don't do that to me. Okay. 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 That's where we then. So yesterday we ended up. What am I doing? Adobe Reader on here. Yeah. I don't want edited version. So you can remember we stopped to. We'll continue from where we stopped. Next week we'll talk about that back and forth. I can get pass away. For me, you know, I'm a little bit of a radical, so I'm not too much into how people dress, what people do with themselves. I have fallen in trouble in some places of work where they want you to dress a certain way. You know, I'm a bit of a maverick when it comes to those kinds of things, so I'm not too much into that kind of thing. Yeah, it gave me a hard time when I worked briefly at the bank. Every day you gotta wear kosu and necktie, and the trouser gotta be some kind of way. You can't just wear any kind of trouser. Yeah, that's too much of control there. Yeah, anyway. Yeah. So I saw the back and forth, writing, Cornelia, blah, blah, blah. But I can understand why. You know, few years ago, the likes of Josephine Davis from Commerce, what's her name? Finabondo, what's her name? The lady will be senator for Internal Affairs. Paulita Wie, we saw the way they were dragged. The likes of Koji, Gucci, all those things, they were dragged. So the other people do, when they see the other people with their picture and blah, 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 they feel that they should drag them. But, I mean, it's about whether the person is able to do the job. Can they do it? Can they deliver for the country? Yeah, those other Facebook things. Yeah, I know politically, yeah, people always want to use them. They want to pay debt for what other people did to them. But at the end of the day, can she do the job? But seeing beyond that, I think it is a strategic move as well. You want to put someone there who has the vibes, the youthful vibes, who is able to engender some kind of innovation. At the end of the day, can they create a kind of constituency that appreciates the government more for doing something for you, for having that kind of person there? Those things could pay off politically as well. So I see it as a very strategic move. all the other ones there, you can talk it. It is all right to critique a public official. I'm just saying, I'm not one of those who will always be, oh, why the person dressed like this? Why they did that other one there? Because maybe, once it does not affect the work of governance, then for me it is not an issue. You know, sometimes certain government buildings, if you don't wear, if you wear jean trousers or you wear the one, they say you can't enter. But when white people or people from other countries kind of dress like that, they can allow them to enter. Some people wear short trousers suit, they kind of enter. But when we the black people like bring people, they say you can't enter with anyone yet. You know, so now you're there. Okay, so we move on to the report quickly. We went as far as down. I'm going all the way down. Third-party payments, we did that on yesterday. No, not third-party. We stopped. I want to go where we stopped and continue from there. Okay. Okay. Okay, we stop on irregularities associated with closing cash balances. Yep. With petty cash, all that stuff. Yep. So, irregularities associated with closing cash balances was where we stopped. So, let's look at procurement management. Observation. During the audit, we observed the following irregularities associated with the procurement system. There was no functional procurement committee evidenced by the absence of meeting minutes and periodic reports. There was no evidence of periodic, quarterly, and annual procurement activities reports submitted to PPCC for 2021 and 2022. What did the management say? Acknowledge. Former MD gave here with issues a disclaimer since this was not during his tenure. So the only person who responded was Gay, Afonso Gay. He said, well, it was not my time. The person whose time it was Dwana Kamara. Dwana Kamara didn't say anything about it. So the Auditor General's response is that in the absence of a response by management, we will maintain our findings and recommendations. We'll follow up on the implementation of our recommendations during subsequent audits. Irregularities associated with field management. Observation. During the audit, we observed the following irregularities associated with field management. No approved field management policy. Field expenditures were not consistent with the approved annual procurement plan and budget. No evidence of fuel distribution and consumption logs. Unutilized fuel was not duly accounted for. Additionally, we observed that management distributed fuel to offices such as White Plains, FE Fiama, and Central Office for fuel operations amounting to US $12,328 without job order or request. And they put all of the details there. What does the management say? Disagree. Management acknowledges the audit observation regarding fuel management irregularities. However, we wish to clarify that all fuel expenditures were executed in alignment with the approved procurement plan and budget. These expenditures were planned, authorized, and monitored in accordance with established financial controls. Supporting documentation and procurement records were duly signed and maintained at the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation, demonstrating management's commitment to transparency and adherence to budgetary guidelines. During former MD Gay's administration, fuel procurement, distribution, and consumption were properly documented. To ensure transparency and accountability, a team was constituted that comprised procurement, material administration, management internal control, M&E, and internal audit agency. Auditors were in charge of fuel procurement distribution. There were job orders signed and approved by either the MD or the DMDA for fuel disbursement for daily operations. Copies of these approved job orders were in the custody of Administration Department. Auditor General's position. Management's assertions were not supported by documentary evidence. Management did not account for the unutilized fuel from special budget year 2021 and fuel distributed without job orders or requests comprehensively catalogued in Table 14A and Table 14B above respectively as requested. Therefore, we meeting our findings and recommendations. The next thing, third-party payments made to employee of the entity. Observation. During the audit, we observed that management made third-party payments to employees amounting to $2,360,000 Liberian dollars and US $127,026 rather than making direct payment to beneficiaries or their legally authorized representatives. And they put the annexure there. Management's response, I think it's not in line with this one. It says management's assertion did not adequately address the issue raised and is non-compliant with Regulation B28 of the PFM Act of 2009 as amended and restated 2019. Payments without evidence of contracts. During the audit, we observed that management made several payments amounting to Liberian dollars $8,038,340 and USD $107,040 for fuel and lubricant to Sanon L Enterprise without evidence of contracts, delivery notes, and receipts. Additionally, we observed that management made several transfer payments through the EcoBank Omni platform to unknown vendors, amounting to US $238,472 for fuel and lubricant without evidence of valid contract, delivery notes, LPOs, and receipts. They put all of the details here. And so, management's response. Acknowledged. Former MD Gate took over the entity as managing director on April 17, 2023. This means the fiscal year 2023 budget was approved by the board, procurement plan, and all vendors' contracts were already signed, and implementation of the budget was ongoing for 3 to 5 plus months. Additionally, the first quarter of 2023 had elapsed. Sanon L Enterprise was the fuel vendor because the contract was on file. Due to the entity's huge indebtedness to the fuel vendor, the vendor decided not to supply unless a cash down payment is made. We were compelled to procure fuel through the issuance of checks for the purpose of keeping the entity operational. During the tenure of former MD Gay, all payments were supported by documents, verified and validated by IAA auditors. The EcoBank Omni platform does not execute payment without the completion of the vendor pay field because it is a compulsory field. We request the auditors to refer to EcoBank for clarity. Also, the platform is a bank-to-bank transfer, meaning all transfer will go to a particular account or accounts. Additionally, during my tenure, April 17, 2023 to January 22, 2024, man, stressing on his time there, yeah, our former MD Gabe issued a standing instruction that all transactions that are financial in nature must be verified, validated, and cleared by the internal audit agency's auditors before obtaining the approval of former MD Gay. Accordingly, all payments approved by me during my tenure were cleared by IAA auditors assigned at LWSC. And he put his own exhibit there. Auditor General position, we acknowledge management's assertions. However, management did not account for payments without valid contracts, delivery notes, LPOs, and receipts, etc., comprehensively cataloging Table 15 above and Annexure 5. The relevant supporting documents requested were not made available for audit purposes. Therefore, we meeting our findings and recommendations. We will follow up on the implementation of our recommendations during subsequent audits. These are the reasons I believe the LSCC needs to step in this now. Only one person talking. The other people who were there before, they did not respond. Everybody should have documentation for everything. These are big monies we are talking about here, just for a few, you know? So it is important. Very, very important. So we will stop it there. Those are some of the key things in that audit for which we believe they should be investigated. Okay. The final report we want to look at, and then we come over to you, is the Global Hunger Index. So we tap 2025 Global Hunger Index Liberia. You will see that. Google it, you will get it. In the 2025 Global Hunger Index, Liberia ranks 112 out of 123 countries with sufficient data to calculate 2025 GHR score. So some countries don't have enough data and all that stuff. They didn't include them, but the ones that they could get data from in the world were 123. Out of those 123, Liberia is at 112th place, 112. With a score of 30 in the 2025 Global Hunger Index, Liberia has a level of hunger that is serious. The GHR score is based on the values of 4 component indicators. There are 4 things they look at. Population that is undernourished, and they say like in our country 35.5% of people are undernourished, not just malnourished but undernourished. 26.9% of children under 5 are stunted, 3.4% of children under 5 are wasted, and 7.3% of children die before their 5th birthday. So our own, they say, is serious. Now, if our score is 30, so countries whose scores are between 20.0 to 34.9 are considered to be serious hunger countries. If your score is 35.0 to 49.9, you are alarming. If you are 50 and above, you are extremely alarming. If you are 10 to 19.9, you are moderate. And if you are 9.9, you are considered low. So for us, we are 30. So they say serious hunger. And 35.5% of our population here is undernourished. Like you're not even eating what you're supposed to be eating. So about the Global Hunger Index scores. The Global Hunger Index is a tool for comprehensively measuring and tracking hunger at global, regional, and national levels. GHR scores are based on the values of 4 component indicators: undernourishment, the share of the population with insufficient caloric intake; child stunting, the share of children under age 5 who have low height for their age, reflecting chronic undernutrition; child wasting, the share of children under age 5 who have low weight for their height, reflecting acute undernutrition; and child mortality, the share of children who die before their 5th birthday, partly reflecting the fatal mix of inadequate nutrition and unhealthy environments. That is that for Liberia. You agree or you don't agree? So let's see what Liberia looked like in other years. Let's look for Liberia. Okay, we way down. So a whole lot of the African countries, they are there. Yeah, we are there. A whole lot of us. A whole lot of us are there. Sierra Leone is at 108 in 2025 because their score is 28.5. So Liberia, yeah. In 2000, we were at 47.7, the war and all that stuff. 2008, we are at 36.8. 2016, 32.9. 2025, 30. So we're coming down small since 2016. Only coming down 2 points. Yeah. Okay. So let's get your course. Let's now take your course. Where do you stand on this report? The only thing I can say to the authorities is last year we brought this report again. It was around the same stuff. It was around the same thing. Hunger. Again, this goes back to a particular point I've always made about the national food assistance that the government put into place, that agency. More and more, when these reports come up, they highlight the growing need to support those kinds of entities. Yeah, as much as we do well in agriculture, we want to push agriculture. It's a very important thing to do. But again, if children are going to school and they're able to eat, especially in public schools, it could change the dynamics. That's where that body comes in. If people who are acutely poor, who are living in poverty, can get some support, especially people who are differently able, people with very special needs, the very elderly of society who cannot do anything, the government is able to track all those people, get their information in, and every month make some contributions towards their food needs. That's a welfare system. It'll be a good thing. So if you put $12 million every month, $1 million is spent on food assistance authority to be able to all these places where you have the visually impaired people, people with special needs, the elderly, every month they're getting their stuff. You are helping to save lives. You are helping to change the narratives. It can be done. 777-700-995-555, 995-995. Welcome. Let's hear you. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, Queen Chile, Chile, on our decisive avenue in the program. Chile, thank you for the report that you read, both the international report. But Chile, the point I got to tell us that Uncle in the country, Chile. Chile, take a microphone, Chile, kind of street. Can't see how the people suffering in the country, Chile. And the government, because Chile, case of government are kind of power, and running behind everybody. Who
they running behind? Are they running behind you?
Yes. All kind of street, also Chile. Chile kind of street. Leader, okay, kind of street.
So are you hungry now as you're speaking to me?
I'm hungry because send the money, Chile. You know what I the money?
What?
Send the money, I want to eat plantain. Plantain stay in me. One plantain, I want to eat.
Whole one plantain. They say that.
No, but Chile, look at the size of the plantain I ate, Chile. That small plantain, I want to pop something like that. But
that what green one? You mean the roasted plantain? That what you ate?
Yes,
the good food though.
Chile, when enough. But Chile, understand, Chile can't dump dwell. Oh, really, Chile.
So wait. You only ate the one plantain and you drank water. You know ate it with fish and all that stuff. Just the plantain alone.
Chile, where I can't for you all to pull on it. I just bought it for the dryer. The woman wrapping the paper. These are the you want to go to La survive on today, Chile. La survive on. And we have a government in the country, Chile. We're not anything but providing job for people. Chile, we're going to country where no job. You see that the citizens will survive. We're going to country where no choice here. They put their food to eat, Chile.
Okay.
Even the hungry said we're going to Chile. Our government said creating a said we're going to be hungry. Because our small business over there, they're running behind all. How will survive, Chile?
Okay.
Thank you for the opportunity, Chile.
Thanks so kindly for your call as well. Let's see who's on this end. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Yes, Julius. Good afternoon. This is Brown Taddy from Johnsonville.
Go ahead, bro.
And since yesterday, I've been following you with the LWSC, all the, reading. And I want to thank you so much. Sometimes when you jump behind something, you will run behind it. I don't care who feel bad. But one thing I want to say is that I don't want to, say thanks to G. Alfonso J. Sometimes when people even come in your ministry and order you, be able to say something.
Oh yeah.
Don't shy away, don't remain mute, because sometimes when you remain mute, it's like guilt. And government function, sometimes other things may not be accurate. Maybe you need few. And because certain people they're not signed, then the whole,
For me, this is why LSC should now step in and bring those people to ask them questions now. Why is you paid people this money? We can see who you paid the money because of you. Then you better get a point few. Then they say yes. Then they go to the person and say, you give at WSC the amount of you for them to pay you this money? Then the person say yes or no.
Right. And I like when you are saying, sometimes at the point you will say I disagree, then you will provide information.
Yeah.
Sometimes you will say I agree, then you provide the human beings, civil human beings supposed to behave. But people go issue on you, then you remain mute because you want to be animal, all those kind of things. In that anchor business.
Okay.
Government is a civilization. Thank you so much.
Okay. Let's hear from the man who they sent the report to. I don't know that's why he wants to talk about. But Mo, welcome.
Thank you, Julius. So I wanted to clarify one or two things relating to the report.
Mm-hmm.
So when the draft report was sent, the GSC requested that we allow the past management teams headed by Honorable Efanso Gay and Honorable Dwana Kamara and their teams to respond. And we sent the report to them. And Honorable Dwana Kamara wrote back and said Honorable Efanso Gay will do the response to the report. And so this, yeah.
But did he think he was putting himself in a good position?
Well, according to his communication he sent me, he said Honorable Gay was the last managing director, even though the report covers July 2021 to December 31st, 2023, which means that bulk of that period was under him. Honorable Efanso Gay came in, I think, around April, May.
Yeah.
May, as a matter of fact, May 2023 to December 2023. And so I wrote them several times. There were several persons who responded, but there were several blame throwing. So Archie Morris, I think that he named the former finance guy there. He wrote a whole lot of different things, which I don't think was a response. And then the other administrative person wrote and was basically shifting blame on the two managing directors. So we agreed that since Mr. Kamara wrote that Efanso Gay should do the official response, it was Mr. Efanso Gay's response that we took as the official response.
Because Mr. Gay adequately responded to issues about his time, and he stated clearly that I was not a managing director this other time.
Yeah, I mean, I would have thought that the two teams would have collaborated or coordinated in fact, we provided the opportunity and the space for all of us to sit and carve response, even though I wasn't there, but I am part of the management team. So I wrote a communication to say, y'all come, let's sit together and look for the documents that the GSC requesting so that we can all respond to it collectively as a team. But only Honorable Dwana Kamara was responsive, but he arrogated the responsibility to Honorable Efanso Gay on grounds that he was the last managing director.
Okay.
So Honorable Efanso Gay could only account for his period.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why he accounted for. And so the report is that, and you also notice in the report, we have issues here because for those periods, there was no financial statement to be audited. And this is one thing that is haunting us consistently. We are applying for loans, and one of the key requirements for loan is audited financial statements. And we asked the Auditor General, but why we don't have an audited financial statement? He said, well, we can only audit what was submitted. During this period, there wasn't any financial statement, so we cannot audit that. And so we are having to face problems with that. The African Development Bank, we apply for loan, and that is still looming because we can have audited financial statement from that period. Even with EcoBank, we are applying for loan and we still need audited financial statement for those periods, and we can have them.
Wow.
I just wanted to highlight those points.
Okay, thanks so kindly. I'll try to reach out to Duana Kamara to find out, because you were somewhere, you have the longest period that is being audited. They say, oh, the other man should talk for. Then you join a man to provide information. Man only provide information from his side. LACC. The case is before you to step in. Very important. Now, the whole problem that LACC can solve it now. Welcome. Let's hear you second to last caller.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm fine. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. I want to have one lady to call your show, man. Looking, man. You can call you have been the rescue government closer.
Who?
They are talking again.
Who?
They Ambino, or hey.
My man, tell your own and leave other people. Right? And,
no, them man and they are going to have.
Yeah, but then you must go look for her. When you say your man, then you go look for her. Hello? Now, all you call for? Welcome. Let's hear you.
How are you doing? This Adama Canon Joseph Walker son secret is about that begin memory about the internet. And do you know, the thing that's solving all our own people. Do you know that means the last year he helped me to empower me, you're not even benefits. But this year, represented our people. All your station, the men have voted for that used to go on eating cassava, they can add the one issue. So once I will vote, asking on your station, you know what saying, you will not empower me again. Somebody will go and show somebody that will empower me about it. I will come to you, set you and say, we'll go see the play. By the grace of God. You know that one making it because of one work. If not ever do government work, but go the way that get out their own family, that will do small farm, I will play call, what will go never on.
Okay.
Our own people that will involve, they will need on. That thing will not be hard. My own representative are explaining, testing, say Monday, up to now, Monday night region. But no problem. God is the best. The devil is the man at the end of the life. Thank you very much.
Thanks so kindly. The final one. Welcome.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
How are you?
I'm fine. Go ahead.
Thank you for the show.
What's your name?
Thank you always for making effort to come on the show to get a laboratory and necessary information.
What is your name, Chief?
This is Garo. Student. I'm part of the conversation for my comfortable care on the car right there. Come on, I will follow you. But when it's just a 7 year, right? Friends of the reactor, you are not stopping down, but the next amendment, you are stopping down the program and the state of do that. I found I saw the last time I told you, do that. So I was up for stopping down information against the program and phone out the stopping down something.
So the one I thought today, which one I was critical on the government?
Oh, Judah, you are discussing over. Hey, you are discussing over data. Huh? Hey, you are discussing over data. I said,
So wait now. What did I say about hunger?
Then you say, the back of the administration, over getting what, right?
No. I didn't thought that one.
Yeah, but somebody telling you that.
No, but I'm me talking now, Chief. Yeah. I read a global hunger index report we've been reading last year before last. We are time we read the same report that they say hunger basically was bad in Liberia. It is still saying. We are time we read the same report too. Other people say, yeah, that's true. Hunger high in the country. I read the same report today. The man called and said that's true. Hunger high. Then you get involved with me for reading report that we've been reading.
I believe that you are a terrible journalist. You have the power, that a fool.
So let me ask you too now. Do you agree with the report or not?
So I want to ask you.
No, I'm asking you now. I'm asking you. But yeah, answer my own. I will answer your own. Wait now, Chief. Answer my own. I am the interviewer. Bossman, I am the interviewer. Do you agree with the report or not? That one a simple question. Yeah, but my man, I don't want to judge yes or no. Do you agree with the report or not? Okay, let me ask you the other question. The LWSC report that I just read to, who is it against? Is it against the current government or the past government? But Chief, I asking you, I said this other report that I've been reading since yesterday. It said against the current government because they say it is a report from 2021 to 2023. So I'm asking you, that particular report, is it against the current government or the past government? Okay, thanks. Okay, thanks so kindly for your call. Very interesting. Forest, I'm not saying the Forest Hour photo. I don't know where you put it. That's one of the reasons. Please find it. Yeah, Forest Hour is coming on there. So it's very interesting interactions here. 5 o'clock we'll be back. Senator Edwin Melvin Snow. Bomi County will be under the spotlight. Exactly what will be happening on today. Bomi County will be under the spotlight. Up next is Forest Hour. What's happening in our forest? Let our man Matthias come and interpret the languages of the elephants and the